Now, Eskom says it doesn't foresee power cuts this weekend, but many residents in Johannesburg have been unhappy about prolonged outages. Communities in Orlando East and Soweto say they've been without power for weeks. eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu is checking on developments for us, and he joins us now live from Soweto. Manqoba, this has been a long-standing problem with Soweto residents and Eskom. Many government officials during campaign trails for the local government elections promising the moon and the sky for Soweto residents, but it seems none of this has come to fruition.
Indeed, Masiho, and just to put you in the picture, just to show you here, this is one of the electric boxes here in this particular community. I'll just open it shortly, Masiho, just so you can see inside. Of course, you can see the damage, the extent of the damage has been caused to this particular electric box here in this community. So residents, Masiho, saying that they have had no power here for the past 2 weeks. We do understand that there have been power issues that have been ongoing in this particular community, and many of them quite frustrated, you'll understand, Masiho, at the fact that they haven't had power, saying that, you know, it has come at a cost for many of them, because many of their items, their food items, have gone to waste. Many of them have been spoiled in the fridges, but also it's been quite difficult for matriculants as well, who find themselves writing examinations at this time, the fact that they have to study in the dark. So one, you can imagine, Masiho, the frustration that we as residents go through just facing load shedding, and you can imagine 2 weeks without power, what that has and what it means to residents here. But I want to go inside one of these houses just to get a clear picture from the residents on their frustration. We do understand, Maseko, that the power has since been restored. In fact, residents saying that the power was restored last night. You'll recall that they had a demonstration and a protest here on the issue of power cuts. But I want to speak to this gentleman here. Baba Sawana, Ninjani, Sikalungena la Baba, and Gikalung Kazale Baba, Baba Mashango, Oshabango. Indaba kagesi baba inhlukumeze kanjani uyangitshela ukuthi ugesi imawuqala ukuba nawo namhlanje ubuyizolo ebusuku
baba usihlukumeze kakhulu ezobona futhi mina umuntu ohamba nge-wheelchair kulamalanga amanye la kuye wathi ukubanda and then manje ukubanda kanje awazi nokugeza ngoba i-electric ayikho uyabona lento leyo and then nokudla ifrijini kubolile ngaze ngokubonisa lapho.
Okay, just showing us, Masiho, the extent of the power cuts here.
Ifridge yami ezuyibona inje i-empty beyinokudla ukuzongilasta almost inyanga yonke, kodwa manje ngoba ugesi uyamosheka wangalight wacima ngingakubona ifridge yami nje kubolile kwakhosa ukuthi sikulahle ngoba kulokhu kukhona kusinethemba ukuthi izobuya sawuzo till kusekuyiviki manje ungabuyanga uqala ukubuya izolo ugesi.
Injani indaba kagesi lava Shabangu iyanhlupha kakhulu indaba kagesi?
Igesi into ehlala yahlupha kudala kusinto yamanje. Kudala yahlupha mina ngiyamangala ngoba iEskom ila iduze and iEskom bathi abantu ababhadali. Yebo abantu ababhadali basebenza apha abantu ngoba abantu kusebenza ama-foreigner kuphela. Akunabantu abasebenzayo. And then imali zabo lezi abazifakile zama-box, they are so expensive. Yabona lento le and abantu bakhalela ne-flat rate la eSoweto. And then mawuthi uyabheka izindlu zase-Orlando almost iSoweto yonke, if I'm not mistaken, zayenza i-850,000 ngaphandle kwama-externally lezi zama-RDPs 850,000. Eskom uma ngachacha i-flat rate, let's say household ayibize 300 or 500, uyangithola, and then bantu bazobhatala baba hayi bobhatala ama-electric more than 1,000 uhola umndende manje ngizoyibhatala kanjani ngihlala ngiyi-1 la endlini and njengoba ngihlala ngiyi-1 kumele ngibize umuntu ongiklinelayo, kumele ngibize umuntu ongiwashelayo, kumele ngibhadale igalini yami njengoba uyibona inje iklini ngiyabhadala. Uyabona manje umndende lapho igrant iyenzane khona lapho, uyabona, and then lapha sinamacasha hayi ukuthi nabo babhadala imalini ngoba nabo bayasogola. iEskom masitshatsha ama-flat rate ama-300 abaqashi babafakela ama-box. uEskom uzobhenefita amabhiliyoni angeke aluze lutho. but manje maloku ayenza abantu kanje yenza abantu kanje uyohlala luza lokhu akhala ngemali. And into esimangazayo i-Eskom almost every year uthola amabhiliyoni iyaphuma la ku-TV bathola amabhiliyoni but electric ayilungi. Imirupi station kunini, ikhuseni kunini, so many years baloku bathi ziyalungiswa but ayikho into elungayo.
So niyahlupheka impela lapha.
Isafara thina not mina kuphela iSoweto yonke.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Baba Mahlangu, for speaking to us. Well, Masiho, Baba Mahlangu, Shabangu here, just explaining to us, the pains of not having electricity. He says that, he's had to let go of his food items to clear his fridge because the food was getting spoiled in the fridge. So he says that over the past 2 weeks it's been a real struggle for many of the residents here who've had to literally live without any power. So he says that, he's suggesting perhaps that, Eskom, when it comes to the issue of payment, we do know that Soweto owes billions of rands to Eskom, and he admits it himself that they do know that there is money that is being owed to Eskom. But perhaps he says that Eskom should look at other options, the option of maybe introducing a flat rate for some of these residents, maybe for the owners or the homeowners to pay a flat rate of about 300 rand to Eskom for electricity, just to try and mitigate some of these expenses that are owed to Eskom, and to ensure that the people that cannot afford, like him, he says that he's getting paid pension, he's a pensioner, and therefore he relies only on that pension to pay for his services, for his food, and therefore this rate that they're charging, the rate that they're charging on these meter boxes is quite exorbitant for them as residents. So his suggestion is that if Eskom could meet them halfway, they too could perhaps make better on their promises to pay Eskom. But in terms of the electricity problem, he's saying that it is quite an issue here, and they are suffering as residents in this particular community.